It's me again. I mean, I don't know who else you would be expecting. I think you might be surprised if someone starts talking who isn't me. Those Panadol are really good. I can't remember the name of them again. But they're in a green box and they're the fizzy ones, those fizzy tablets. And I think it says something like the quick, super effective or whatever they are. They work to treat, highly recommend. Could have done with them buddy yesterday or the day before. I don't know what to do. I need to sort something out, but I don't know what route to take to sort this thing out. Like, I should have sorted it out hours ago, but I've spent way too long trying to decide what to do, and obviously that phone call stressed me out. But it could have been anyone from the police. They would have stressed me out in one way or another, but she just knows how to press all my buttons. Great, isn't it? That she can still press them all. I'm sure I pressed some of hers anyway. I mean, yeah. I just don't know what to do, because I feel like if I make one decision, it will be the wrong one. I don't know. I just don't know what to do other than make this decision. And I don't want to say what it is, because I'm leaving that for another day. But imagine, like, going to use your cooker. It isn't to do with my cooker, but I'm just trying to use it like an example. And you need to use it to eat, because all the food you've got is the food that needs cooking. You've got nothing that you can eat raw or from a packet. And this isn't what my decision is, but I'm just trying to, like, show you how I'm struggling with it, basically. And you go to use it and it's broken, and it needs a part to fix it, but the part is really, really expensive. But if you don't buy the part to fix it, you're not going to be able to cook anything. And yeah, you could go out and buy stuff and just live off sandwiches, but living off sandwiches isn't healthy, and in the long run, living off sandwiches is going to cost you a lot more than cooking for yourself, because, like, you know, ingredients and stuff, and, you know, it's not really the best thing for you to live off sandwiches and crisps and stuff, oh god. But also, at the same time, you think, well, what if I leave it? It might fix itself, or there might be another way to fix it that you can't quite think of yet. But it means waiting, and you might wait days, and you still might need to use it, but you can't use it because you've not done something that could get it to be fixed. Am I making sense, or have I lost you? I mean, I know if I told you what it was, you would know, but then I would have to explain why it's come to what it has to begin with. I know I'm being a little bit elusive here, but I want to, like, talk about it when I'm able to go on camera, but whilst I'm still lisping, I think because I'm laid back, I'm not lisping as much. I can't even say lisping. Yeah. So I've got to make a financial decision that I don't want to make, because I can't really afford this financial decision. But if I don't have to make this financial decision to do what it is, then I'm in a situation that I need to not be in. But I keep thinking, what if another solution comes up, and if I've already paid for this thing to be fixed, and another solution comes up after I've paid for it? Like, I'm scared. This is what's like kind of like getting to me, is I keep thinking that I'm going to make this financial decision and pay a lump of money that I need for something else, probably slightly more important, but, you know, sometimes things happen where you've got no control of, and sometimes you've got to pay for things that you wouldn't want to pay for, rather than the thing that you need to pay for, which is more important. And I keep thinking, and I've been thinking this for way too many hours now, when it could have been sorted and I could be doing what I need to be doing, but I can't because I keep umming and ahhing over this lump of money, because I keep thinking, and this is what's stopping me, I keep thinking I'm going to pay this money and then another solution's going to come along. And it's a lot of money, it's a serious amount of money. I could put that towards something very significant that I really need, like really need. Like, if you knew what I really needed, you'd understand why I'm kind of stuck in this decision. And in a way, this is kind of my own fault, because I'm in a position where I should have done something that I haven't done, and now it's caused something that's going to cost a lot of money. And I'm having the week from hell, and you don't even know what's gone on this week other than the police and Melissa Chadwick. You don't know the other 3 things. 2 things. 3 things. Oh, God. 3 things. Oh, yeah, it is 3 things. Oh, God. And I'm waiting for number 6. I'm waiting for number 6 because that's how the week's going. Like, it got to number 3 and I thought, surely that's it. Nope. Number 4. Number 4 is a really expensive thing. In fact, number 3 is a really expensive thing. And number 3 is the thing that I really need to spend the money on. But number 4 is kind of something that I need to spend the money on just as much, but for a different reason. And number 5 was obviously Melissa. I can't speak. I was surprised she didn't accuse me of being drunk. Melissa Chadwick. I honestly can't speak. What is wrong with me? I wasn't laughing an hour ago when I was on the phone. I was just stressed out. I think she knows, like, it wasn't her, it was just everything. But then again, she weren't giving me the answers that I wanted, and she wouldn't let me speak to her supervisor, who apparently isn't until Monday now and doesn't apparently have a name. So I should ring up and say, can I speak to that inspector that doesn't have a name, who thinks she's above everyone and doesn't have to deal with the public? I've still not uploaded the previous video. I've come up here to put my phone on charge, but I need to, like, make a phone call because I need to make a decision. And I'm holding on because I keep hoping that there's another solution to the decision. But I don't think there is. And I don't want to spend this money because I need this money. And oh my God. Do you know what? Money is the bane of life. Like, do you know what? This is another thing about Melissa. Melissa perceived where I live and the car I drive to be nice. And she presumed, and I think I've talked about this in other videos, that if you live in a nice house and you drive a nice car, you're happy. And I remember I was sat with her once, and she was saying how I have a nice car and a nice house, and she's like, and you're not happy? And I'm like, no. And she, like, admitted that she presumed that if you've got a nice house and a nice car, or what she presumed to be a nice house and a nice car, because obviously different people, like, think different things are nice. Like, someone might look at my house and think, well, that's not very nice. Like, I don't look at my house and think it's anything special, but I know when I first moved here, I thought this was the most amazing thing, because we'd gone up, like, the ladder about 10 steps from where we used to live. Well, maybe not 10, but about 6 or 7. We went up massively, and people were shocked the step we took. But we could have always afford this, but we didn't live in a house like this. But I look at it now and I'm like, it's just a house. But Melissa might look at it and think that's a really nice house, and I think she did at the time. And she just presumed that anyone who lived in a nice house and drove what she presumed to be a nice car, because I think my car's pretty average now. It was nice when I got it, but, you know, I just see it as an average. It's a car. Not that I drive it anywhere. I mean, don't think it would move if I did try and drive it. But yeah, everyone sees things differently. And that's the whole thing. And she presumed, because I lived where I live and I drive the car that I drive, that I'm happy. And I wasn't. I wasn't happy at all. I'm not saying I'm happy now either, but I have been happier since then. I don't know if I would say I'm happier now than I've ever been. I'm pretty damn stressed out, I'll tell you that. And there's stuff going on that I have not alluded to, and nothing to do why I've took the break. I've took the break because I needed the break, and filming all the time wasn't helping me, and I wasn't doing anything different. Tried to do something different today, but I can't. Well, not that I wanted to do it, but You know, sometimes in life you've got to do things that you don't want to do, and sometimes you're pushed to do things that you wouldn't want to do, because sometimes you've got no choice and you've got to do things. And I'm like, it's getting late. I mean, the sun's going to be going down in about an hour, and I'm still here, like 4 hours later, trying to make a decision, that because I don't want to pay this money, and I keep hoping there's another solution. But from my point of view right now, there is no other solution to the answer to the situation. But I don't want to spend this money because I need this money for something else, and I'm getting really upset because the thing that I need the money for that isn't this decision, I don't want to have to wait forever to do this other thing, because this other thing is extremely important, like really, really, really important. If you knew what it was, you'd understand, but I don't want to allude to it right now. My God, these videos are going to do everyone's heading, because I'm doing my own heading right now. I hate the humidity. I want it to be cold. Like, not cold. Well, yeah, I'd prefer cold over humidity any day. Humidity is a killer. And I know it's getting a little bit cooler now, but it's still humid as hell. I'm just scared I'm going to pay some money for something, and then there's going to be a solution once I've paid it that's going to be different, that's not going to cost as much. But when you're in a situation where there's no real answers, I just don't want to spend this money because I need it for something else that I perceive to be far more important. But right now, the thing that I need to spend the money on is just equally as important, but for a different reason. Why can't someone come and make a decision for me? That's what normally happens. Melissa knows that. Melissa knows that everyone makes my decisions for me. Even she knows that. And no one's there to make that decision for me. And I've got to make a decision, and I keep thinking it's the wrong decision, and I don't know why it's the wrong decision. It's just because I feel like, I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I just feel like I'm going to pay this money, and then a different solution is going to come along that's going to be cheaper, and I'm going to be like, well, why did I pay all that money? But when you're on your own and no one's there to help you make that decision, the only decision you can make is the decision that you need to make. But what if it's more money than what I think it is? Oh, God. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I just feel, do you know what? I feel like I'm asleep and I'm having the worst nightmare of my life, because that's what this week feels like. I feel like I'm in a living hell. That is 100% how I'm feeling right now. That's how I feel. Literally how I feel. I literally feel like I went to bed on Sunday night and I'm having this nightmare. Because there's no other way to explain what's happened to me this week. Like, and I'm slurring like I'm bloody drunk, and I'm not drunk. I'm not on anything that makes me slur my words. And I don't want to say what it is because I'm not happy about what's happened this week. I'm not happy. Like, I'm on 5. I'm on number 5 with bad things. Like, not even little bad things, like really bad things. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about any of these situations, because whatever I do, every decision is going to be the wrong decision at the end of the day, isn't it? Do you know what? An inspector, police inspector, their job is basically, they're a manager. They have to manage the staff and make decisions. And the inspector has to make decisions very quickly, sometimes with very little information. And they have to stick by that decision, even if it's the wrong decision. And they have to believe that their decision, whether it turns out to be wrong, was the right decision to make at that time. That's what an inspector does. And it's probably a really stressful job, because sometimes they're given a little bit of information, and sometimes that information could turn out to be wrong, and they have to make sometimes life-changing decisions for people based on that very bit of information, and they have to make them quickly. And even if it all goes wrong, they have to still stand by what decision they made, even if it turns out that they've made the worst decision possible. They have to stand by it, don't they? I wish I could just stand by a decision and make it and get it done. That's what I wish. Because I'm just getting stressed out because I've been putting this decision off for hours when I could have had it sorted for hours, and I could have done the things that I needed to do. And now I'm sat here getting really stressed out, talking fast, kind of slurring my words. I feel like a buddy being hit in the mouth and I can't bloody speak. That's what I bloody feel like. I'm slurring my words. I've got a lisp. I feel like Jonathan Ross. Oh God, I say that is not even on purpose. And I'm on the week from hell. Like, what's going to happen next? Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels. Oh, do you know what? I don't even want to think what's going to happen next, because it just seems to get worse every day. Like, yesterday, 2 of my biggest nightmares happened. One to me personally, something that's happened to me personally, it's one of my biggest nightmares. And then today, another one of my nightmares has happened. You can't actually make this stuff up. Do you know what? I should write a book about this week. God. The week from hell. And it's like, what else is going to happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is going to happen? And I've also made other decisions based on stuff that's happened this week. And those decisions might annoy some people. But I've made a decision based on what other people have said to me about their wishes. And I've made a decision not to tell people something that they may want to know, because it's none of their business. Because, anyway, so there you go. I'm stressed out. I should have made I should have made this decision hours ago, because it'd be sorted now, and I'd probably be poor. And I don't know where the next bit of money is going to come from. I know you all think I don't work. That's another misconception about me, that I don't have my own income, but I do. But obviously, with what's going on in the world at the moment, you know, things are a little bit different. Oh God, one of those words. And I'm stressed because I keep holding back on this decision, thinking something's going to happen where I don't need to make this decision. And I'm absolutely convinced that once I've made the decision, by the way, my videos are not going to go up for a few hours, but you won't know that. Well, when you're watching this one, the one that I filmed before this one, I probably filmed hours before it went up, because what I'm going to do now is, because my battery's about to go to 10%, I'm going to put my phone on charge on aeroplane mode, because that's what I typically do. And then get a bit of charge in it, and then make the decision that I don't want to make, which I think I'm going to have to make the decision that I don't want to do, but that's going to cost me money. It might cost me more money than I think, but I don't know what else to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got no one to tell me what to do, and I've got to make a decision, which ultimately might cost me more than what I think it's going to cost me. But, oh God, do you know what? If anyone wants to buy something off me so I can make some money, I've got, like, I don't know. You've seen what I've been buying online. If anyone wants to buy any stuff off me, that just sounds wrong. But you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah. And you know what? All this would make sense if I actually told you what's going on, but I don't want to right now, because I don't want to get upset, like really upset. Also, I don't want to be on camera, and I feel like it's the sort of thing that I should talk about whilst you can see me. And until my list goes away, I'm not going to be on camera. Let's put it that way. And also, you know, there's something that people don't know that might be annoyed that they don't know. And if I say it on here, someone that they know might see that and allude them to what it is. So that's why I cannot put it on here. Oh God, I'm so stressed out. Good job I didn't speak to my doctor today. She'd be like, bloody hell, like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? I think I need to speak to someone like my doctor, but I just need to get through the next couple of days. I need to find what's going on in one of the situations, because I don't have a clue what's going on. No one's telling me anything. I also need to make a financial decision that I don't want to make. Don't want to make it because I want the money for something else that's equally, if not slightly more important. But, you know, at different times you've got to make decisions that, oh God. I know it'd be so much easier if I said what this decision is, but I just don't want to get into things right now. I feel like if I start talking about things, I'm just going to fall apart. And I think that's why I fell apart when I was talking to Melissa Chadwick, because I bloody told her. She didn't give a shit, because that's typical Melissa. But, yeah. Oh, God, what's my battery on? Oh, it's on 13%. I need to put this on charge. I need to stop slurring. I'm slurring my words. Anyway, these videos are going to go up hours after I've done them, because I don't have time to let my phone upload stuff for an hour or whatever it's going to take, because it's after 8 o'clock at night. I need to make a decision ASAP.